Overthinking kills your happiness.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to The English Edge. I'm Emily.
And I'm Brian. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Today, we're talking about something we all do, maybe too much.
Yes, it's called overthinking.
Overthinking means thinking too much about something, and usually it makes us feel bad.
Exactly. And today's episode is called Overthinking Kills Your Happiness.
Sounds serious, right? But don't worry, we'll keep it simple and fun.
Here's a question to think about. Have you ever stayed awake at night thinking about something that didn't even happen?
I have, many times. Let's talk about why we do that and how to stop.
Let's start with this. Why is overthinking bad for us?
That's a great question. First, overthinking creates unnecessary stress. You feel worried, nervous, even when nothing is wrong.
It's like your brain is running all the time but not going anywhere.
Exactly. For example, imagine this. You send a message to your friend. They don't reply for a few hours. You start thinking, did I say something wrong? Are they angry with me? Maybe they don't like me anymore.
I've been there. One time, I thought my best friend was upset with me, just because he didn't say hi in the hallway. I kept thinking about it all day, but later he said, "Sorry, I had a big headache." I was worried for nothing.
That's the power of overthinking. It traps you in negative thinking. One small thought becomes 10. You start with, I made a mistake, and then you think, I always make mistakes, and then, I'm not good enough.
It's like a snowball rolling down a hill. It gets bigger and faster, and soon you can't stop it.
Yes. That's why overthinking hurts your confidence and kills your creativity. When your brain is full of fear, you can't think clearly or come up with ideas.
Here's another example. I wanted to create a video for my YouTube channel. I had the idea. I even wrote the script. But then I started thinking, what if people laugh at me? What if no one watches? What if it's not perfect? So guess what? I did. Nothing.
Oh no! And how long did that last?
Almost a year. I was stuck in thinking mode, and that's why we call overthinking a time guzzler. It eats your time and gives you nothing back.
So true. And it doesn't stop there. Overthinking can even damage your relationships.
Right. When you think too much, you can create problems that don't exist. You might believe someone is angry, bored, or doesn't like you just because of one small thing.
Also, overthinking can stop you from taking action. You plan and worry so much, you forget to live your life.
It's like being in a car and never driving, just sitting, thinking about all the possible accidents.
That's a great way to put it. So, Brian, now that we know how dangerous overthinking is, let's talk about why we do it. Why do people overthink so much?
That's a big question. I think one reason is fear of failure. We're afraid of making a mistake. So we think and think and think.
Yes, like when we want to try something new, maybe apply for a job or speak English with someone. We start thinking, what if I fail? What if they laugh at me? And we freeze. We do nothing.
That's such a common story. Another reason we overthink is because we want control. We try to plan everything, every step, every word, every possible problem. Before a meeting, I used to fill my head with questions like, what if they ask something hard? Or, what if my computer dies? It's like playing 100 movies in your head, but none of them are real.
Right. And here's another big one: low self-esteem. Sometimes we don't trust ourselves. We think, I'm not smart enough, or I always mess up. So we keep thinking and asking others for help.
Yes. I used to ask my friends, is this okay? Do you think I'm doing it right? Every time I had to make a small decision, I didn't believe in myself.
It's okay to ask for help, but when we ask every time, it shows we don't feel confident. That makes us overthink even more.
Another reason is perfectionism, wanting everything to be perfect.
Oh, yes. I know this one very well. I once made a birthday card for my sister. I wanted it to be perfect. The colors, the handwriting, everything. I spent hours on it. And guess what? She said, I love it, even though I made one little spelling mistake.
See? People care more about the feeling than the small details.
Exactly. Perfection is not real, and trying to be perfect just adds pressure.
And finally, some people overthink because of past experiences or trauma. Maybe something bad happened before, so now they think too much to protect themselves.
That's so true. For example, if someone was laughed at for making a mistake in the past, now they think, I must not fail again. So they try to think of every possible problem, to feel safe.
But the truth is, overthinking doesn't protect us. It just keeps us stuck.
And when we understand why we overthink, we can start to change how we think.
All right, Emily, now comes the best part. How can we stop overthinking?
Yes, we've all been there, thinking too much, worrying too much. But the good news is, we can change it.
Let's start with this. Practice mindfulness. That means focus on the now, not the past, not the future, just now.
I like that. One way to do this is take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. When your brain is running too fast, just stop and ask, what am I doing right now? It helps calm your mind.
And you can try grounding. For example, look around and say, I see a chair, I see a window, I feel my feet on the ground. It brings your brain back to the present.
Next tip, challenge your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is there another way to see it?
I used to think, I'm going to fail the test. Then I stopped and asked, have I studied? Yes. Did I fail before? No. So maybe. I was just nervous, not unprepared.
Great example. Sometimes our brain tells us scary stories, but they're not real.
Another good trick is set time limits for decisions. Don't think about one small thing for days. Give yourself 10 minutes. Decide. Then move on.
Oh, yes, like choosing what to eat. I used to spend 30 minutes looking at the menu. Now I say, I have 5 minutes to choose. Done.
Smart. Okay, another idea. Reframe your thinking. That means change the way you see something. For example, instead of thinking, I made a mistake, say, I learned something new.
Yes. Or instead of, what if I fail? Try. What if I succeed? One sentence can change your mood.
Another great way to stop overthinking is do something fun. Go for a walk, cook a meal, call a friend, play a game.
Exactly. When your hands and body are busy, your brain gets a break.
And here's one of my favorites. Let go of perfection. Nothing is perfect, and that's okay.
I used to worry so much about making small grammar mistakes when speaking English, but then I realized people understand me, even if it's not perfect. That's what matters.
I love that. And finally, be kind to yourself. Say nice things to yourself like, I'm doing my best, I am learning, I can try again.
Yes, we all need more kindness, especially from ourselves.
These tips really helped me in my life. I still overthink sometimes, but now I know what to do.
Same here. And to all our listeners, you are not alone. Overthinking is normal, but with a little practice, you can feel calmer and happier.
All right, friends, let's look at some important words from today.
Stress, meaning a strong feeling of worry. Example, too much work gives me stress.
Upset, meaning sad or angry. Example, I felt upset when my friend didn't call me.
Hallway, meaning a long space in a building between rooms. Example, I saw her in the hallway before class.
Trap, meaning a situation that is hard to escape. Example, overthinking is like a trap for your mind.
Mode, meaning a way of doing or feeling something. Example, I'm in study mode right now.
Guzzler, meaning something that uses a lot of something, like time or energy. Example, overthinking is a time guzzler.
Damage, meaning to hurt or break something. Example, stress can damage your health.
Exist, meaning to be real or to be there. Example, many people don't know that this problem exists.
Control, meaning to have power over something. Example, I want to control my emotions better.
Self-esteem, meaning how you feel about yourself. Example, learning English helped my self-esteem.
Mess up, meaning to make a mistake. Example, I messed up my presentation, but it's okay.
Decision, meaning a choice you make. Example, I made the decision to study abroad.
Perfectionism, meaning the need to be perfect. Example, perfectionism makes me afraid to try.
Pressure, meaning a feeling that you must do something. Example, I feel pressure to always do well.
Trauma, meaning a very bad or scary experience. Example, after the accident, he had emotional trauma.
Protect, meaning to keep something safe. Example, parents want to protect their children.
Mindfulness, meaning being calm and focused in the present moment. Example, mindfulness helps me feel relaxed.
Grounding, meaning a way to help your mind stay in the present. Example, touching something cold can be a grounding technique.
Decide, meaning to choose what to do. Example, I decided to go for a walk instead of worrying.
Reframe, meaning to look at something in a new, more positive way. Example, I reframed my fear as a challenge.
So today, we talked about overthinking and how it can make us feel stressed, sad, and stuck. But we also shared some great tips to help you feel better, like breathe, stay present, challenge your thoughts, and take action, even small steps.
And remember, you don't need to be perfect. Just try your best. That's enough.
Before we go, here's a small tip for your English learning. When you feel stuck or nervous while speaking English, don't overthink. Just speak. Even simple words are powerful.
Yes, making mistakes is part of learning, so keep going. You are doing great.
Thank you so much for listening to The English Edge. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
We'll see you next time with more friendly English, more real-life topics, and more fun.
Bye-bye and take care.